What's up, YouTube? ODST General back again, and we've got Operation Trebuchet version 0.13 finally. If you guys haven't been keeping up on the mod, 0.13 is a little bit bigger than some of the rest of the stuff that's come out so far. And the reason for that is a lot of it's been fixes, or at least as far as the changelog is concerned, it's been fixes. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to get the changelog pulled up so I can actually read that off. So we're waiting for the game to load. Oh, here it goes. It's a little too quick for me. So while we're getting loaded up here, the Marksman DLC weapon deployment points have been added. The M45E combat shotgun and the M45A semi-auto shotgun have been added. Any weapons caches, which are pretty cool looking. Work in progress M6C pistol. Neck coverings to ODST and recon helmets. So let's take a look at that right now since we're in ODST. So as you guys can see, there's no head mask or anything on. The neck's pretty well covered by the armor actually right there. So it seems the armor takes some of it, and then the helmet's got part of the covering built into it too. So we're going to get this back on. And the neck's covered. So that looks really quite good. I mean, you know, if you get just the right angle and it's only like half a second, you'll actually see bare skin, it looks like. Very work in progress structures from Elysium City terrain, so I think we'll try to check that out after we get done with this if I don't forget. More colored variants of ODST armor. I couldn't find these in here, so I don't know if you have to get those through the editor, so maybe we'll do that. We'll go into the editor once we're done checking this out. Fire mode selector sounds. So it's pretty quiet, but you can hear it. Tail stall weapon sounds. I'm not quite sure what that means. I don't know if that just means there's like an end thing for the sound or what, or trails off. More color variants to the Jeanette, which we'll check out here in just a few minutes. Altus intro and DLC tags. There's also a whole huge list of fixes here, so let me scroll down some. The DMR has no shadows been fixed. So I'm not going to go and look through each of these, but I'll read these off just so you guys know what's been changed. The rocket launcher rate of fire was too high, it's been fixed. Assault rifle switching to and from the iron sights zooms the camera in and out just a little bit. Doesn't seem to change anything now, so that's good. Just shifts the camera. DMR sniper rifle and Magnum go invisible when someone holding them is killed. We can test that out pretty quick here. That has not been fixed. That sniper rifle is clearly invisible, as is the DMR. So that one was inaccurately labeled. Maybe they had the fix in another version and they forgot to include it or was excluded on accident. Let's see here. Bad physics for DMR and battle rifle when someone holding them is killed. Well, I mean, we saw that with the sniper and stuff. Let's try this out with a DMR or battle rifle. One of these guys has to have one. Okay, so that is definitely improved. I mean, the sniper rifle still is bad physics. I mean, his arms go flying off. Let's see here. Rocket launcher loses its rockets visually when dropped on the ground. Well, let's do this. We can. Well, no, we're not going to test that out. You got lucky. Let's see here. Specialized backpacks tend to overfill with the default supplies when loading. Saved loadouts. 4 mine detectors, 40 biofilm, etc., etc. So the backpack thing's been fixed. I'm not going to test that out here, but that's a really annoying bug. when you're playing on a lot of these servers and you get these specialized backpacks and then you're trying to change stuff on them and they just freak out. 32 round magazine doesn't work. This is the 60 round magazine, so I'm not sure. Magnification reads ×10 for 2 magnifications. That's kind of cool. That's been fixed, I guess. I don't even know. Assuming that's on the sniper rifle. Yeah, the sniper, don't you? Is that still on you? Let's go ahead and check that out. I don't even know how you... change that. I don't know where you'd get the multiple magnifications from. Let's see here. Going down the list, Lil Belt on M73. MA5, no grenade launcher fire rate. Guided rockets not following targets. The high explosive DP rounds have been causing extreme shaking's been fixed. Sniper bipod's not animated. We can check that out really quick here. So sniper bipod is now animated. Looks a lot better. You're not sinking into the ground. Yeah, that's real nice. That's gonna be good for anybody who's a sniper. Marine and ODST AI are given random blue 4 face wear, which clips through the helmets and visors. So that was a pretty big complaint for a while there. Is anytime you're playing with AI, the ODSTs, spawn with the standard face wear stuff, so it's randomly generated, and it would clip through the helmets. So that's been fixed. All UNSC AI speak with American accents. That's something that was supposedly not happening, or not originally supposed to happen, but had been. That has been fixed, so that's good. Oh my gosh. That was fantastic. Oh wow. Oh boy, that was just awesome. You got lucky he was standing up. Okay, well now we know what the sniper rifle can do. Asian, Iranian, and Greek faces are not used for UNSC AI. So they've expanded out on the faces. I don't know which is which. His head's clipping through. This guy with hair. So that's a bug that needs to be fixed. I didn't even notice that before. Well, I think the last time I loaded up this mission was a guy with shorter hair. So that's kind of a bug that'll need to be fixed. Oh, didn't mean to even shoot that guy. Yeah, so I guess he looks Asian, sort of. Iridanus Rebel AI have only American accents and faces. That's been fixed, so they've changed out the accents of the rebels too, not only the UNSC. The URF AI will have Greek accents and faces has been changed. Corpsmen and medics do not have medical icons for UI. I don't know quite what that one is. I don't know what sort of medical icons they would have on the UI, but apparently that's been fixed. If you're standing too close to the guy with the sniper attachment on his helmet, it would make the attachment disappear clearly. We just shot that guy in the face down here. That's still good. The attachment's still there. And we're walking away, and the helmet and stuff, you can see that the models get more and more basic to help kind of conserve gameplay and stuff that's not needed. No big spike or anything on any of the body armors. That's supposed to be about 10 meters away too. ODST Scout Sniper now has helmet placed in the editor. Anti-air specialists are equipped with non-guided rocket launchers and guided rockets, which are not compatible with each other. So the AA guys have been fixed. The militia advisor, sergeant, and warlord units are equipped with non-obturate orange smoke grenades. All memory LODs. Warthog turret isn't stabilized, meaning the turret rotates with the Warthog when it turns, unlike in the games. Okay, so the Warthog turret's going to do its own thing now. That's a very good addition. I want to start walking towards these fighters here, so I can go down that way. These Pelicans here have rocket launchers. Now the scripting doesn't work on this mission, or it's not set up for the Pelicans, I should say. But yeah, the pilots have rockets. Headlights on the Warthogs when it's nighttime, and I'll show this off in the editor when we go to do that. Doesn't have glare on the windshield in first person. Now that was something that prevented me from using those in first person at night, because it looks really awesome driving them in first person, but driving them in first person at night was just awful. Jeanette has 2 extra invisible passenger seats. I've never tried that out, but that would have been funny to see. The Warhawks floating above the ground has been fixed. Disembarking a Falcon as a pilot, units will get out the right side, but then will teleport to the left side. Foul Dong hangar have been replaced with balloons inside the mechanics in the Foul Dong hangar have been replaced with the balloons inside the Warhogs with proper components, so they should be slightly less floaty. Okay, I think that's a joke or something that they're trying to do there. I don't really know. So I forgot I actually gotta go down this way here. So I accidentally turned on the auto hover while I was reading. So if you guys are wondering why I'm using auto hover to land, it's because I'm trying to read and play the game at the same time, which is probably really dangerous in flight. Came down a little bit rough on that landing there. I'm good. Supposedly. Doesn't say I'm leading or anything, so. Where are we going here? UNSC Mule has missing textures outside the cabin. Pause the game, scroll down some more. Windows missing on the Pelican's left. I never even noticed that. Wow. Hawk suspension dampening too much. Jeanette shadow, M910 PDN shadow. Shooting the monument glass spawns dirt. Error message when a mission that has the object console frigate in it. There are 2 music tracks with the same name, Jeopardy. Stress intro throwing errors. All M2 smoke grenades do not work, and all guns but pistols were missing muzzle flash. Rotations. Let's see here. They tweaked the AR optics. Guided rocket launcher now behaves like a rocket launcher from Rocket Warthog. Shrunk the Marine shoulder pad slightly. They changed the sound of a number of weapons to make them sound more like Halo. Changed suppression sound to better, newer ones from Marksman DLC. Removed the magic box. The user config the Pelican magnet and thruster scripts until they. Oh, okay. So they actually just removed the scripts altogether. Well, that's a shame because I always thought the thruster script worked pretty well. The magnet script needed some work, but the thruster script was actually quite good, I thought. So those have actually just been removed. That's a shame. That's going to be a really big disappointment to Pelican pilots. Gnome bugs. Issue with the Z fighting and normals of M6C. Body still sinks when resting weapon prone. Well, let me go in a third. And that's not really an issue I'm running into here. I'm sure. Well, when you're resting weapons, so this one's got a bipod. So I'm sure that if we were to go to a different weapon, that we'd run into that. Oh, you know what? Gosh, Oh wait, no, okay, I'm still in the right stuff. Sorry, I'm getting down to the bottom here. I thought I was reading from point 12 already. So let's do this. Yeah, let's throw on a weapon from the UNSC. So we've got our new shotgun. So let's pull one of those shotguns up because I haven't seen those yet myself. Let's do the automatic shotgun, I guess. Oh yeah, so if you don't have a bipod, your body does sink in. Oh man. Yeah, that shotgun's not something that you gotta mess with. Oh boy. Okay. Let's see here. Picture-in-picture screens need to be re-added. SMG tracers and illumination torch still don't work. Don't know why. And the M6C RDS is broken. That's the red dot sight. So going over here, we've got our Rebel supply caches. They look, like I said, I really like these. They're just aesthetically, they look good. This one's sunken into the ground, and they need to change how this main case is laying somehow or something to fix that. Apparently the Rebels are really sloppy there, or they were under attack. But this just, ambience-wise, with all this gear and stuff laying around, it just looks really cool. I'm gonna just kind of walk over this way so we can check out this stuff. This is all things I've shown off before, but you know. Well, I didn't see any dirt spawn. It sounded like glass breaking, so that's good. We've got our USC recruiting center, at least one of them. A couple of the Pelicans are here. The frigate's still up there, and I think they've got the interior further down on the frigate, but I'm not sure. I was kind of half flying through it earlier, and I got killed trying to look through it. So the Civic car has extra colors. From a distance, it looks goofy when you're zoomed out and you're like this far away, because you can, as you guys can see, it's got some shadow-like issues going on there. So that comes in a variety of colors. The interior is not any further done. But yeah, it looks good. I do think that they need to change this right here, this red, because that's the same on all the cars. I don't know if there's a reason for that. Oh, don't want to do that. Want to do this. And arguably the most important thing is that the Warthogs have been rebalanced physics-wise. That's probably one of the biggest things, because Warthogs are so used in this mod, So really quick before we head off in Warthog, we're going to do one of the scripts that was kind of snuck in here. The ability to call for ODST reinforcements. So basically what you do is you just scroll up, you go to the reinforcements thing like I just did, and you select where you want them to land. Actually, that was a really bad spot because of the frigate. So that's gonna kind of take away from the script. They come in kind of slow. It takes them a little while to land. But when they hit, it sounds like a bang. I think that's because he clipped through the frigate and died. So let's, because the last guy I called in, he was in here. Oh. Okay, well, we'll check out the Warthog inside the editor here. There's also Zeus and something else that got included. I can't remember what that was. So let's back out here. Alright, so I gotta show out the vehicles, show out the Warthog, not the vehicles, the, oh yeah, the ODST armor, that was the other thing I'm trying to remember, I think. I know I said I was gonna show out something, I was gonna forget it, and I did forget it, like I said. Let's go ahead, let's go to Stratus, I guess, because why not? And let's take a look, see what we got. Attack variant, nice. Men ODST, no, I want to go to special. So I don't know what special body armors have been added for the ODST. I don't think they really made too many changes to anybody else. Let's spawn a mule just so we can see if that's been fixed. We're gonna spawn a Warthog so I can show that off to you guys, because like I said, that's probably one of the biggest things. I don't want a machine gun hog. I guess I can spawn an AI in with me because I want to see how this turret works because I haven't tested it myself yet. A lot of this I'm just checking out for the first time myself here, obviously. I'm sure you guys have guessed that by now, or you were paying enough attention earlier to figure or hear that. Let's see here. We're gonna go to empty. See if there's anything else added in here. They like to sneak in, add in stuff, or sometimes something will appear that they didn't intend to appear. The tank, and all that stuff, the tank, the longsword, all that's just not quite far enough. They were talking about the longsword. They're saying they were leaning towards making it a VTOL aircraft because of its size. It's a little too big for it to take off like a standard aircraft. Buried cache, IEDs, medical. So they got all sorts of stuff in here. I suspect that it's really just the two kinds of caches that we saw already, and then they just carry different stuff, but we'll spawn a few in just to see. Supply pods, all that stuff. I'd really love to see the Halo 1 weapons rack that were on the Pillar of Autumn. Mako drone's still there. Nothing new there. Plants. Structures, UNSC. So keep in mind these are all work in progress stuff. I'm going to place these structures out a little bit further because I don't know how big they actually are. I know some of these are pretty sizable, having looked at the pictures that they put in. City block area. Gosh, let's put that back over here. I don't know what that's going to look like. Column light. That'll probably be the street light. Containers. So the elevators, and I'm sure a lot of this is going to be clipping through each other. They got a lot of stuff in here for these structures. I didn't realize they had so much. Wow. I know that there's a lot of stuff that has been getting teased for the structures, and they've been under work for a while, but I'm really appreciating that now. And the reason they said they pushed the structures forward over further vehicle development is they're trying to get a more rounded package, which I think is good. I think it's really cool to help create a persistent universe, if you will, or at least somewhat persistent. Just scattering the stuff because there's so much of it. Holy cow. It just keeps going. Is there a street lamp on and off? Oh, they call it two different things. Let's get the one that's on. And Tower 3. Oh, that's not Tower 3. Okay, Tower 3. And that's crooked for some reason, whatever. Nobody cares. I don't know where I'd get the body armor from, though. I don't know how I'd pull that up. I don't think I'd be under this. I don't know how to pull the UNSC uniforms up. I don't think I can even, to be honest with you guys. So I don't know where you get the additional colored uniforms in, unless that's like, I don't even know. It's not through the virtual armory though. I know that because I tried pulling that up already. Okay, well, it doesn't really matter. Let's actually, you know, it does slightly matter. I gotta get rid of this. Change this to player. It's gunner. And then empty. Yule. Okay, now we're set, guys. We do want to have this at night. So let's change the time to 2200 hours. That should be dark. And it just occurred to me I won't spawn as an ODST. Well, I can always put the ODST helmet on, right guys? The only reason I say that is because I want to use the low light vision helmet, or low light visor mode. Okay, cool. So yeah, when he's driving around, I'm doing my own thing here. Some of these structures are crooked. I don't know if that's intentional or not. They look cool from a distance. They probably could use a little bit of work up close.
One.
Sorry, guy. So the glare, there's still a tiny bit of glare, but it's extremely significantly reduced, and that little bit is so minuscule, it's not in the way or anything. Doesn't take away from driving at night at all. Okay, it's a tad bit distracting, but not too bad. So yeah, we've got some really cool buildings here. I like this overhang here. You got the little park and recreation there. The orbital elevator. I wonder if we can drive up into this base here. Oh, no, we clip right through it. Be really cool. I'm assuming that later we'll be able to walk up on there. I know that you're supposed to be able to stand on the orbital elevator. I know I've seen them doing that. Let me... Oh, that's solid. Okay, let's try going over this way here. So I think this is the other part. This is the top part right here. You can still drive through there. I'm wondering if we were to get up there at all, if we'd even be able to get inside. These towers are massive. So crazy looking. So getting back down to kind of in game here, you guys can see the Warhog's not rolling over. It's not flying off into space. It's still rocking back and forth to the point that it looks different from some of the military vehicles in game, but it's not unstable. But with that being said, it's not quite as versatile in off-road terrain. I mean, you guys just saw I got hooked up on that rock there. The turning's a lot slower on it, so there's definitely some pros and cons to the changes that were made to it. Unfortunately, it's not the most versatile machine ever. It's not going to go through anything and everything anymore. I mean, it still plows through fences like they're not there. It still navigates pretty well off-road. It takes a little bit longer to get going, but still gets going. Apparently, cornering slows you down significantly, though. So it could definitely use further tweaking, I think. That's my personal opinion. I'd like to see it further tweaked. You know, it's more stable. I like it being stable like this, but it needs to be sped up some. It's a unarmored vehicle. You're really open in it, and it's something that needs to be able to move fast for that purpose. And I mean, you know, we've got the guns stabilized now, so that's something that's really you can't take full advantage of unless you're going a lot quicker. Let me go ahead and change the time back to day. Put it back to noon here. Preview it again. And we're going to check out the mule here, make sure that's working fine. I didn't even look at it, to be honest with you. And then we're going to check out some of the weapons that were added. Okay, you do whatever you gotta do. I'm going over this way. Okay, Ori tried to run me over. It's been a while since I've ordered any AI. Team. Disembark. Okay. Alright, mule's looking good here.
Ready.
And this gives us a better look at these structures and stuff because they're really hard to see at night, some of them. We didn't really get a good look at them. So this is looking really good then. You got the walkways here, you got the information board, the overlays, all this stuff. So it looks really cool. I'm really excited to see what some of the groups do. I'm hoping somebody makes a custom map for it, or takes advantage of one of the custom maps that are already in. Okay, so let's get out here, go to you, go to our virtual inventory, or arsenal, whatever you want to call it. Have a nice day. Notice, I've never noticed that before. Now I kind of just want to look around the gun. Okay. Anyways, getting back on track here. Start with the shotguns. So let's see here, M45. So the M45 Tactical, this is the original shotgun in the game. It's, you know, standard fire rate for a shotgun, I guess. The automatic shotgun, this is the one we used, I believe. It's got a longer barrel. Rapid fire rate, as you guys saw. And then the M45E combat shotgun also has a long barrel on it. Okay, so that's got a slower fire rate. I'm not sure what the difference is. I don't know what sort of magazine it's got. 12 round. Okay, so this is a 12 round. I don't know if the other shotgun's a 12 round too. That's also heavier. Good bit heavier. So let me try checking something on this really quick. I'm just trying to figure out what the difference is between these weapons. Six rounds. Okay, so it's got twice the capacity that the standard shotgun has too. Okay, so that's the shotguns. Like I said, that combat shotgun, or not the combat, the semi-auto is really awesome though. I'm really excited about that. Not sure. I know that they were working on changes for this. I don't know if it's really been changed at all, or if they just fixed the magazine, you know, the belt. Okay. Moving on. Plasma pistol. Can't wait until the next release for First Contact comes out. The new weapons look really good from what I've seen so far. Although he's been really quiet here. Actually, what we're going to do is we're just going to drop that. So what we're going to do is pull up the M60 handgun here. Take a close look at that. So this is obviously, like I said, still in work. The lettering and stuff looks really off because of the way it's currently left on the weapon. A little too close to the gun there, I think. Oh boy. Okay. So it's a good looking pistol though, and it's a lot different. So really quick here before I add anything to the weapon, just show this off to you guys what it looks like standard. Very different looking weapon. Rapid fire rate. Stock. Still takes a guy out really fast. I mean, it's not as much stopping power as the other pistol, but yeah, you saw how fast it took out the Marine in close proximity. Okay, so going back in, let's add some attachments to it. Nope. I still need that menu, please. Thank you. So there's the iron sights there, and I don't know why I did to close that menu down completely. So you got your iron sights, your laser attachment right here, and then you've got a suppressor and a compensator. So we'll start with the compensator because I think this is almost standard default to what ODST had, plus the red dot sight. So looks a little bit goofy when you're in this angle. Obviously, it's not looking correct. You see through it or something. But when you zoom in, it looks fine. It's a little bit off-center to the iron sights. It's got some like lighting up. It does. The weapon sounds different. +5. So let's try that out with the silencer here. And I think that brings us pretty much through everything that's been added or changed. You guys can let me know if I missed anything. That's quite a bit different sounding, that's for sure. So if you guys got any stealth missions we're going to be doing here, this is going to be a really awesome weapon for it. You know, orbital insertions and ODST. And we're just going to drop this to see what it looks like, make sure that that bug's actually fixed, and sure enough, the tubes are there. Alright guys, well, I appreciate you tuning in. Just keep checking back for Operation Trebuchet news and gameplay, stuff like that. The gameplay is becoming a little bit harder to do since there's fewer and fewer servers, but I'll keep doing what I can when I can. And like I said, like always guys, if you have any questions, you know, hit me up and I'll answer what I can. Alright, you take it easy.